Army almost 5 years. Half that time I was in Iraq. So
Oh, wow.
the rest I was at Fort Benning. And that was my permanent duty station. Man, it's windy out here. It's funny. There's a trail over there. It's labeled like Arnold Ice Cave Trail, so I thought I might go to the cave. I started walking it, and there's like one pine tree in the open there, so it made so much noise from that wind.
Wow.
But,
Okay. Get the batteries in and then we are all good.
yeah.
Boy, that rail got cold fast.
Yeah. Oops. There we go.
Kevin, have you done this before? Do you remember how to?
You bring batteries?
Yes, so right there, right here.
Okay.
Open. All right, form and function. Down.
You guys go to Oregon Caves? Okay, Oregon Caves is nowhere near here. It's near the California border, but it's not a lava tube. It's you know, the majority of the caves like back east, like in what's it called, Alabama and stuff, they're limestone caves.
Mm-hmm.
This looks just like those, but they're marble, not limestone.
Oh, you got it?
So it's pretty cool. That's a really good tourist cave because it has all these fancy formations and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
These lava tubes, you know, there's nothing really here except rocks.
Yeah. Oh, we've done Karchner Caverns down in Arizona.
Down by the Army base.
It's all, they hermetically seal it. You go through these, you know, sealed doors and stuff.
Why do they bother to do that?
They say to keep it more naturally alive.
Huh. That's weird, because I always thought caves, they naturally breathe with the air going in and out. So
Well, yeah,
life
that's what I didn't understand.
Yeah.
Thank you for explaining
Unless,
for us.
unless
Okay.
it was the fact that it wasn't really an open cave.
Oh, yeah, they found it artificially somehow?
Yeah, somebody opened it.
It's possible. A lot of tourist caves, they have artificial entrances dug, so it's easier to get in and out.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of tourist caves, like back Alabama and stuff, there's actually a law saying that they have to have at least 2 entrances. So if there's only one natural entrance, they actually have to dig a second entrance
Yeah.
for
Oh,
that.
wow, or not let you in.
Okay, so I don't know. This way here is a dead end. It's like only like 200 feet over, unless you guys are planning on crawling real small. I don't have knee pads or anything, so
Yeah.
if we get too small, I can't promise I'll go all the way to the end.
No,
Anyway.
we aren't gonna crawl anywhere either.
Okay.
We did go all the way to the end on the lava cave,
Oh yeah.
but
Well, that one's huge. I mean, that one doesn't really get small at
not until
all.
the very end, and by the time you bend over, you're like, oh, okay, done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this has a lot of sand fill on it too.
Right. It's weird that, well, yeah. See, I don't even know how far that one goes back. I
Oh,
didn't
wow.
try crawling.
Well, I thought I read that this goes 2,000 feet.
This one, yeah, the other direction. That
other
it goes
direction.
super
Oh, okay.
far. So,
Kevin,
so unless you guys want to try to crawl,
No.
I'm cool with turning back.
Look at the ceiling though.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it all melts from the heat of the flowing lava.
There's no water coming through here. That's what I was asking you, the other one is, in Hawaii, it's all shiny, and I don't know if that's just because it's wet, or if it has something growing on it.
Are you talking about the rock itself or
Yeah,
sand?
so especially this part, where
Uh-huh.
it's like been melted, and you see the melted rock. and
Yeah.
It's all shiny at that point. So it's just kind of interesting that this is all dull.
Well,
So,
that just means that the lava flowed through and then stopped immediately. It didn't have a second.
Oh, so it's
flow.
like crystals or something?
Well, what it is, see, like low here,
Mhm.
and then probably more when you dig out all the sand. It would be more slick.
Mm-hmm.
And this is drippy because the heat of the lava.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So it was
Melt.
cooling down and it cooled unevenly,
Yeah.
basically. Okay, that makes sense. So you guys been through caves in Hawaii, huh? I've never been to Hawaii. I
Yeah.
can't afford to go there.
That's
Usually
where
a-
we usually go.
Usually a trip to the city park is my idea of an adventure.
Well, about 12 years ago, we got talked into buying a timeshare. And once
Oh,
you buy that puppy, you might as well go use it. So
right.
we wait till flights are really cheap,
Well, that makes sense, yeah.
and then we'll go stay at our timeshare where they have a refrigerator, you go to Costco, you buy food, you know, so you could, if you can find the flights for about $400, you don't have a bad vacation, but when you can't find them for 400, you're a little out of luck.
So do you guys come to Oregon just for caving?
No, our
Okay.
son and daughter-in-law moved up to Portland last, August, September?
Yeah, August, September.
And, you know, we couldn't get our timeshare in Hawaii this year, so we thought, well, we'll come up and see them and then go someplace here. So we got an Eagle Crest.
Yeah. Because if you came north from California, if you did it by car, there was a place in California. It's near the Oregon border. It's like this. It's all lava tubes, but there's a ton of them.
Huh. Oh, wow.
Nice big one. Not quite as tall as Lava River Cave, but pretty good.
So you're big cave guy, or?
Well, I've always liked caves or other enclosed spaces, mines or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, for a long time I was kind of poor. I was going to school and stuff, so I didn't really have money for adventures. Then when I first got this job, was working full time. I didn't really have any free time. So now I'm working, like, we're not, whoa, what the heck is that thing?
Mouse.
I'll be darned.
First one?
Anyway, oh yeah, so now that we're not working so much overtime, working just 4/10s, so I got 3-day weekends, so I can go out, I can afford to do some road trips.
Yeah.
I actually went to, what's it called? Oregon Caves yesterday. That's what I was asking about it.
Oh, yeah?
That's way down near the California border,
Oh.
but it's really cool. That's a guided tour only though.
Oh, yeah.
But I did, it's funny, there were 2 bats on the tour. There's one actually hanging from the ceiling we could see. And then there was one that flew, but I was looking the wrong way. It like flew in front of us, and I was like busy looking backwards for some reason.
So Kevin, where were we where you saw the bat? What was that? That was
Smith Rock.
Smith Rock?
Oh,
He was out during the day flying around with the birds, and so some guy said, well, it's probably rabid then.
huh.
They don't normally come out during the day.
Yeah. Unless they get disturbed, but you're not supposed to disturb them, of course. Another really good cave for beginners is Ape Cave in Washington, because it's almost 2 miles long.
Wow.
It's a lava tube like this, but it's a lot newer. It's only like 2,000 years old, I think.
Oh.
But the thing is, the way it flowed and then cooled. Oh, there goes that mouse again. That's good. So it like cooled. There was the big tube, and then it flowed a little bit at the bottom, and then cooled again. So it's like there's a trench at the bottom. So on both sides, there's a pair of ridges. So it looks like a pair of railroad tracks. So I think they actually call it a railroad or railroad track, something like that. That's really cool.
We have friends that like to go spelunking, but we haven't done that yet. Because out in the deserts out San Diego, LA area.
Yeah, this is really wild here.
Yeah, well, is it? I'm guessing it's just big. It hasn't filled up with sand yet, right? Wouldn't all of them look like this when they first form, or?
I wouldn't think so, because, you know, lava flows, and then
Yeah.
as soon as it stops,
I would think
That's-
that
it would, you know, it would start to cool, and
So you think this cooled down really slow, and that's why it did it?
I don't know.
Huh.
And then you
It's
got all this little stuff, which is probably just from walking on this.
Yeah,
But
wear
it
and
just
tear.
It looks like cement, you know?
Yeah, it
Good
does.
point.
Soaked up, dried up cement. So it's funny, you kind of wonder, you'd figure that it should look about the same since it should go in a, you know, it pushes through all in one big,
Uh-huh.
well, one big, slow moving river. Well, that's the other thing we want to go do is actually go see lava flowing. That
Oh.
would be cool. I had some.
I was living in Salem when Mount St. Helens erupted. We got ash all the way over here too.
Oh,
Over
wow.
there. But I barely remember it. I think it looked kind of like snow, but I really don't remember. I was like 6 at the time.
Wow. Kevin, Jack's mom, right, lived by Mount, was it Mount St. Helens?
No.
One of the things she lived out there somewhere. Wow.
That's
Yeah. I'm gonna take the high road. You guys can take the low road if you want. I'm sure it all comes back together.
Yeah.
Since you've done it before, though.
Yeah.
You gonna take the low road or the high road, bud?
Oh, right here.
Okay. You want a flashlight?
Watch your step.
My light's facing down on my feet.
Yeah. It'll be easier. I'm just gonna come down your way.
Can I get a little tied up?
I just more like the ground's uneven, you know. You'll have rocks.
Where did we go yesterday? We went to Proctor Falls yesterday. Proxy.
You mean Proxy? Proxy?
Yeah.
Where is that?
Out past Sisters.
Oh wow, that's the way I came from Salem.
Yeah, the upper road.
Okay.
And then you go down,
242 is the freeway it's off of.
so if you're going up, if you're going up from Sisters on the main one, there's a lower one, but the lower one stops halfway going west.
Huh.
But we went on the big one and then down to the lower one and
Wait.
came in.
Is that the McKinsey Highway?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The McKinsey Highway, they don't maintain it in the winter. They just let it get covered in snow.
Yeah.
So you have to wait till the summer
You
and
can't go all the way through. We went
yeah.
the other direction the other day and
Okay.
got
Went halfway,
stopped.
yeah.
when the snow melts, you can get through there. It's a regular road, but it's a pretty narrow, winding road. I think they don't allow travel trailers or anything at all.
No, nothing over 35 feet.
Yeah. Well, the main highway, like the North Santiam Highway, they even have semis going through there this time of year. So.
We had seen a picture of the Proxy Falls in a photographer's gallery, and it was so pretty. So we went out there yesterday in the rain.
Oh yeah. Well, Oregon is definitely a good place for waterfalls too.
But it was funny because
If we want to keep going, we're gonna have to take the low road. You know, I was just up here sightseeing, so
Yeah, that's fun.
yeah, I'm not gonna climb down the hard way. I'm just taking a look here.
Go back there. Okay. But it was funny because they had like a main sign. So into the main sign, took the main road. It took you clear out and around over lava fields. Gorgeous, but
Oh, to get the waterfall, you mean?
yeah.
Oh,
then when we
Proxy.
get done,
Right.
there's a road that brought us right back to our car. No
Oh.
lava fields, direct route.
So it's like, now you tell me. Well, they've probably figured if the people who are lost are tourists, they want to see everything. And if you know your way around, you don't need the signs. You just take the shortcut anyway. Something like that. I don't know.
It moves a little bit.
Yeah, a lot. You'd be amazed. Some of these huge rocks probably weigh hundreds of pounds, and they still move under your feet.
Yeah.
Was
So-
it the log that moved down when you were on yesterday?
Oh, I was climbing that up.
Yeah.
See, now it looks like
What are we looking at? Oh,
the original lava flowed through.
Yeah.
The second lava flow was up to here.
I'll flow through it.
oh,
And then solidified. And then the third one went through and carved this.
that makes
These
sense.
guys, Kevin, are from up there.
Yeah.
These guys.
Yeah, these fell from up there.
That's really cool. We should learn more about lavas and lava tubes.
It's just amazing to think of something
Yeah.
melting rock.
That's one good thing about taking a guided tour. I was
Yeah.
going through Oregon caves yesterday. It's a guided tour, but the tourists, there were like 10 people in our tour group.
Uh-huh.
They were all very educated too. I mean, they all knew different types of rocks and formations
really?
and stuff. Yeah.
All this stuff that you don't pay attention to in school.
Well, we're talking about advanced geology. That wouldn't be elementary school. That'd be more like 100 level college class at least.
See if I escape with geotech or geocon.
Yeah, they got a lot of cave-ins.
Okay.
Well, they had earthquakes up here not that long ago, so they had earthquakes just like we did.
Yeah. Well, that's the ring of fire.
Yeah. In fact, since you know where Sisters is now, there's a few years ago, like 10 years ago, I think, the ground was actually bulging a bit. Like
Oh,
it was slow, like I think 1 inch per year or something like that. But they tell you if a volcano is erupt, you look for at least 2 of 3 things. The ground is bulging, and then like earthquakes, and then gases going off. I think it had only one of those 3, so they're like, no, Sisters is not going to erupt.
It's just swelling up a little bit.
Well, they're saying
Well, like-
out at Yellowstone, all three are going on.
Oh
The
yeah.
wind is rising, the gas is coming out, and they're having trembles, so they are thinking that that's gonna happen sometime in the near future between 1 day and 8 million years.
Yeah. Do you remember how old these caves are? I know I've read in a brochure somewhere.
No, I don't remember.
Okay. I know it's like thousands of years, obviously, but not. I don't know if it's like 2,000 or 10,000.
Time span of the Earth not very long ago, but
True.
6,000 years? I don't remember.
Yeah, I'll have to look that up.
See, Kevin, we shouldn't have had the kids sleep in. They should have come out and about with us.
Actually, at the High Desert Museum, they sell a souvenir book that talks about all the caves, and it's got maps to all the caves around
really?
here. But I haven't read through
He
it.
tells us to stop at, and we never have.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you can only do so much in one day, you know. Well, I mean, you saw that waterfall today or yesterday?
yesterday.
Okay, so
Yeah, we actually
Got
saw 3
peace.
yesterday in the rain.
yeah. I'm more of a fair weather person. In fact, for the near future, my plan is on sunny days, I'm going to go find a waterfall.
Oh,
Not so
yeah.
sunny days, I'll go find a cave.
Yeah.
So Kevin, what are the other ones? Shalomi, what was the other one?
Something like that.
It was on the road you're gonna take home probably.
Or, yeah, nearby. I know it's way past where you guys went. There's a Whispering Falls.
Ah,
Do you see that? This
See,
whole
Jen,
rock is
just
huge.
teeter and just
Yeah.
it's just
Well, I have good balance. It doesn't bother me. But be ready for it. I mean, how much do you think that thing weighs? That's solid
yeah.
rock. Yeah.
probably 500 pounds easily.
Yeah. Don't stick your finger into there.
No.
I'm gonna stand there for a second and hold my hand while I get to
That's
this.
like
Okay.
that guy that the movie was
Yeah.
made
You're
of,
good.
where he got his.
Yeah. Well, going back the other way, this would have been easier too if you're worried about that. Anyway.
There's just some big ones that.
Okay.
But the other two, we're actually on the road you're gonna head back on, and they were just, you pull off, you walk half a block.
Oh,
and
nice.
look out, nice and easy for you.
Yeah. Good. Good.
It was pretty in the rain, so I'd gather. Huh? That's my neck.
Oh
Pretty in the
yeah.
rain, probably pretty if it's not quite as rainy today.
Yeah. Now's the part where we start watching our heads.
I don't know, Kevy, are you good? You wanna keep going?
Good, as long as it's not crawling. Definitely not gonna crawl on rocks.
Yeah, I actually went pretty far back. There are a couple places where it's maybe 4 feet high. So if you can hunch over and walk, you're okay. Instead of actually crawling. And the only places I crawled a little bit, it was actually pretty sandy, not rock. So let me get through here. Gotta wipe my head.
Yeah.
Whoops. There we go.
Because I don't have a hat on,
Okay.
my light is coming up.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're doing good. Head down here.
You're gonna have to take your backpack off.
I already got it off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be right with you. It's fine, I'll come get it when I take it down.
You're gonna leave it there? Okay. I wouldn't expect a lot of people here. I thought at Lava River Cave, I asked the lady how to get here. I thought she said the first driveway right after it turned to pavement. So
Oh,
I saw, Yeah, so got to the pavement, the cattle guard, but just as I was going by, I saw the sign. I saw Boyd Cave, so I had to do a quick U-turn.
It's like, oh, that's Boyd's Cave.
Make sure did she trick us or something? Or she doesn't know? You know what's really cool? Check out this hole. There's a room over there. I peeked through it before.
Uh-huh.
If you climb up there, put your flashlight through, you'll see there would be room for a person in there, but there's no way you can get over there from here.
Huh.
It's like that's the only opening that I would know of. So. See any way in?
Problem is my eyesight's bad.
Oh. I guess you don't need to see.
Big cave in there though.
Yeah. When he moves, you can see there's a tiny hole in the wall, like less than a square foot. But if you peek through there, there's a huge room in there. But I don't think there's any way to get over there.
Without breaking into it.
Yeah. But as far as getting ahead, I think right here through the middle would be best, because that's where the ceiling's highest and so on. Oops. Not sure if we want to go right or left. Oops. Yeah. All sorts of weird stuff. Little tiny nooks and crannies.
Yeah.
I asked the lady at Lava River Cave about bats, and she said a cave like this, the bats would be up in the cracks. You won't see them.
Oh, really?
So, is that the way I went, or was it this? Either way, we get through here. But, yeah, I think it was easiest to go through the middle.
Top.
Yeah. I usually try to avoid these holes. Wouldn't want to fall in a hole.
Yeah.
Get myself stuck. Let's see here. Oh yeah, there's lots of room up here. Huh. I want to show you something here. So the way we're going is over there. Like, notice that flat crack up there.
Oh,
That's
wow,
kind of
yeah.
cool. I'm not sure if that's a side tunnel there or if it's just rock in the way. All sorts of little things. I might stroll over here real quick. Take a look. Yeah, I see that. I actually have a plastic helmet in my car, but that's just one more thing to lose.
Yeah. I got a bike helmet that I put a GoPro on, but
Oh, I have the GoPro, but I told you the battery life only lasts about 90 minutes or
Yeah.
2 hours. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, it's the same way we're going. We can just go around to the right. Oops. Oops. There we go.
through from the other.
Well, it's really back where we came from, but it's just a little hole between rocks. There's nothing really over there.
Yeah. Yeah, we scuba dive and watching videos of these guys that will go caving, diving
Oh man.
like crazy. Yeah, take the tank off and slide it through. And
Yeah, I'm not that good of a swimmer. I've never learned to scuba dive.
I'm not a big swimmer either, but the fins can get you in and out of wherever you.
Huh. Yeah. I think Oregon has all these beautiful rivers and lakes and stuff, but
Yeah.
the water's always so cold. You know, if you want to learn swimming around here, it's called a swimming pool. I'm not a big fan of chlorine personally.
Yeah.
And a little side tube there. I don't know if it,
Yeah. who
maybe
knows?
with lower lava levels, if it branched off or it
Yeah,
almost
who
branched
knows?
off or what.
Found a weak spot.
Yeah.
Go that way.
Because in a way, it's almost weird how straight these tubes are. Because, slow flowing rivers or even fast ones, they zigzag, right? They
Yeah.
naturally make S's, but
But this can just blast through
Yeah.
whatever it wants.
yeah.
Just
I mean, even it still has some curves. So
Yeah.
it's not the same material. Slight difference between rock and water, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, see the ceiling here is like just taller than I am, so I kind of hunch over just to be safe.
Wow. Boy.
Oops.
This is what got me at the lava cave where, this was either pulling away or it was the other flow that, splashed up. And
Yeah.
Then came apart.
It's weird how sharp it is on top too.
Yeah.
You'd think that lava wouldn't be able to do that.
Well, wasn't the other gentleman saying that as it petered down, as we're getting less lava flow, some of it was coming through lower, so it's kind of like just the edge kind of scalloped up as the small rock.
Because one thing is when materials freeze, except for water, of course, they shrink a bit. So maybe this rock was against that other rock, and then when it cooled, it fell
Yeah,
in or
that could
something.
be.
I don't know. Or the weight just made it tip over or something. I don't know.
There's an area, I think it's on Maui, where the lava was flowing into the ocean and the wind and waves were hitting it.
Forget somebody.
Yeah, she's-
Okay.
it was-
I didn't see her light.
Hitting the lava as it's flowing and it
Uh-huh.
pushed it up, and they call it dragon's teeth. It's all really spiky and stuff.
Okay.
You all right?
Okay. I'm gonna take a break standing up here straight.
Yeah.
Hunchback.
See, now it's funny that it's...
Okay, so this is what I was talking about. Over there, you'll have to crawl a bit, but it is sand, so it's actually like 2 feet tall at least, so you're not gonna get stuck. But
It's like, why is there sand built up here higher?
well, they come through the cracks, right? Look at the size of this
Well,
crack.
that's true,
Yeah,
So it's coming here and flowing away.
roughly.
And
Yeah.
there just hasn't been enough to fill in that other stuff yet.
I'm wondering what it looked like before people ever touched it. I mean, maybe it was like pointy on top until people trampled on it.
Started
Too.
walking over it, yeah.
Like in Lava River Cave, there's that part with the fence. They have sand gardens, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's obviously so people don't trample it because it's just sand. It'd be like knocking over a sandcastle if everybody walked
It'll
through.
just be all like this.
Yeah. So
These big cracks are wild.
yeah, I was telling him that's probably why there's so much sand right here. Water too.
Yeah.
I think water is what helps move the sand.
So I probably since this is more high desert than actually in the lava park, it doesn't get quite as much water
Okay.
coming in here.
So did you say you didn't go that far?
Oh, I went through there.
you did?
It gets bigger again, but like I said, for me, it wasn't that hard crawling there because it's sand and it's soft. It's actually pretty tall. But I didn't get to the real end because there's another part just like this where it gets even tinier, and I didn't want to risk getting myself stuck or anything.
Yeah.
But there are a couple bottlenecks like this where it gets pretty short. In fact, at the very end, how far I got, It was like that, but it was just solid rock at the bottom. I don't have knee pads or anything, so
Yeah.
I didn't want to do anything stupid. So, especially since I was by myself.
When you're by yourself.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's funny how that this is, seems like it's goes real quickly
Curving.
to a small hole.
Yeah, well, can't really tell with it full of sand though.
Right.
I mean, it could have been, maybe the lava flowed this way and it curved down.
Well, yeah, that was.
But you
I was
notice it
saying
curves
maybe
that
it
way
fell.
too. So maybe without the sand, I mean, who knows?
Yeah. This, we're just up at the very top where maybe even a very early small lava flow came through first. And then that's why everything else followed so easily.
Yeah.
Oh, someone had to stick a cigarette butt up there.
Mm.
I saw a pack of Marlboros back under in one of the cracks.
Wow.
Somebody graffitied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, people are just so stupid. Especially because there's no like ranger right here.
You know what's weird at Oregon caves? Long time ago, people go through. They would actually write their name on one of the rocks or whatever. It's actually formed the calcium, limestone or marble or whatever over it. It can't be cleaned now. It's permanent. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's actually like one of the attractions, even though it's not really good.
It's not a good thing to do.
Because it's like less than 100 years old. It was only discovered like what 120 years ago. So.
right.
Wow.
In fact, there's actually part of the cave that it was dug artificial, and it's forming
Done your
formations on it already.
Oh,
So
really?
that part was dug like 80, 90 years
Sit
ago.
down your light when you talk to them. You're kind of blasting.
Oh, it doesn't matter. But yeah, so it's only like 80 or 90, and there's already like this thick. It's like, centimeter.
Wow.
So, because it's really wet there.
Oh, cool. But that and what was the other one we were thinking about going to? Crater Lake. So we'll have to drive this.
Well,
sometime.
Crater Lake is like 2 hours south
Yeah.
of here.
Yeah.
Well, that's the highway, and then you got to drive for like another hour from the highway.
Oh, yeah.
So it's
But-
3 hours each way.
Well, that's just to get to the rim. You realize it's like 5 miles wide, 7 miles long. So driving around the rim, that's easy. And that's if you don't stop to take pictures.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to hike down to the water, that's sometime.
Yeah.
There's a nearby hill called Mount Scott you can hike to the top of and get a really good view. Trust me, you could easily spend days at Crater Lake if you tried.
Well, that's why we figured we were gonna do it, and I was like, well,
And that's on the way to those other caves I told you in California. So yeah, next time you drive, if you go that way, check it out.
so it's 2,000 miles, no, 1,000 miles from the kids go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So someday we'll drive it. And we'll look at all the cool stuff. We haven't. It was 1980 when we drove to the California-Oregon border.
On I-5 or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we went up inland and down the coast, or up the coast
Yeah.
and down
We
inland.
went
Yeah.
down, we went back down the coast.
Right.
That was our-
I haven't done the coast since I was a kid. I might do that next time I go to Oregon Caves. At Oregon Caves, they have a wild tour also that's like 3 hours long.
Oh, yeah?
That's the kind where you have to wear a helmet, knee pads, and everything. And it looks like it's going to be really cool. But it's not offered this time of year. It's only offered during the summer. You need like advanced reservations and everything.
Yeah,
So-
we did a cave tour in Colorado Springs, and we did the whole helmet, light on the helmet and stuff, and then they took us way back in off the regular trail and said, okay, now everybody turn off their lights.
Oh, every cave tour does that.
Yeah.
It's like, this is what black looks like. I'm like, whatever.
See what dark is?
It's funny how they talk about the most quiet places in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how quiet and actual it is inside one of these.
Well, we're in it.
But I mean, they go down to the decibels.
Yeah.
Looking for the quietest spots on earth.
Yeah. Might be easier to go around here to the left. I think I took a shortcut. I didn't have to, but yeah, I think we actually came out this way. I don't know. Yeah.
that's plenty of room.
This way. Wait a minute, we didn't go. Can you see my light over there on the top? Are you still at the top?
Yep.
Okay, so that is the same way. Okay.
Yeah, if you had crawled through, you could have made it that way.
Yeah, that would be kind of a painful crawl. It's like 4 feet tall here, so I'd have to use my hands. I try not to use my hands, that's cheating.
Sorry, I'm like, Is that the hole he said don't fall into?
I don't know. There's a lot of little crevasses here where you wouldn't want your foot to slip down.
I'm glad we met up because we wouldn't have gone this far.
You probably would have saw the first hill here and figured, oh, it can't get any easier from here. Well, that's the...
Say, let's go, and I'd say, well, I'm not sure.
Well, like, a place like this, I think it's because the ceiling has collapsed, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of times when you see it rough on the floor, it's from a ceiling collapse. You know, once you get past the little hill, it's easy again. So, don't give up too soon. Okay, we're at a low ceiling part, though.
Yeah, a lot of these rocks are just kind of barely hanging there.
Oh, yeah. If there's an earthquake, we're going to get squished or trapped or something.
Then you'll find out how heavy the rocks are.
Uh-huh. Oh, there's that mystery hole again.
Yeah.
As long as we're here.
I wonder if you can put the camera lens in there.
Yeah, take your light up there and let me get back over this way.
Oops. Oh, you just see if there's another way through, you mean?
Yeah, see if I can see it anywhere.
Okay. So, here's my light. Pointing to the left.
Let me turn mine off here.
Okay.
Mine's covered.
Huh. Nah, there ain't nothing.
Okay.
No. Yeah, that's it. That's a separate little room.
Cool.
Some lava flowed that way, something cooled,
Yeah.
and it just kind of built up, and the other one went the other path.
Right.
That's where mine would hide his gold. But he would have had to carry a lot of weight in for nothing.
No one will ever know.
Look at the way 2 layers coming here. Well, see how this is white, this is brown?
Uh-huh.
Is that 2 different rocks, or? It looks like, or is that the fungus?
Is that the fungus that the...
Can't really tell. But it's weird that it's on this rock, but not that one.
Yeah, right here. Let's see it. Is it
You know, why would it be there but not there and growing or doing...
Maybe it's not airborne. Maybe it can only spread by crawling around and just couldn't make it across the crack or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So cool.
Is there a cave biologist in the house?
Yeah.
Or ecologist?
We had an old friend when our kids were younger playing soccer, and this guy knew everything about everything, man.
Cool.
Oh, this bird and this rock, and it's like, what do you do for work? Oh, I watch the kids. His wife was a nurse, and they had her dad staying with him, who needed care.
Oh yeah, elder care.
So he took care of him.
All right. Yeah.
But now he's a teacher. So I don't know
Yeah.
what his degrees or his studies are really in, but kind of a Renaissance man.
Yeah.
Knows a little bit around everything. I complained about the crows once, and he gave me a school
Oh, yeah.
All right. Just uninformed.
Just like people who complain about spiders, the first thing people will tell you, without spiders, there'd be mosquitoes everywhere. And, well,
Yeah, your backpack's gonna have to come off.
Yeah, this is the part.
Watch your head when you come up.
So how long have you been hiking through caves?
well, I mean, I did it when I was a kid with my dad, but I mean, recently I've only started doing it like, a few weeks ago. I went to
Oh, because of the
getting back in the swing of things. But when I was at Fort Benning, Georgia, I went through all the tourist caves, right?
Yeah.
The limestone caves. Went through the Lost Lake. There's actually a big cave. It's got a lake inside it. They take you on the lake in a boat.
Oh, really?
And well, it's a little like, electric boat, but
Yeah, but still.
yeah. And then there's the one in Tennessee that's huge called Raccoon Mountain Caverns. They have like a regular tourist tour, and then they have like 10 different wild tours. I mean, I think some of them are like 8 hours long and stuff. It's a for-profit company and milking it for every penny.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's reasonably priced. A lot of them are like $5 to $10 a
Oh,
tour per hour tour.
But that's not bad when they start charging you 50, 60, 70 bucks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these next
Oops.
are all broke back. One's in Georgia, one's in Tennessee. That one the big army bases, but I couldn't tell you which one.
Well, the big one's Fort Benning, but there's also Fort Stewart, I think. Isn't that Georgia? Okay.
Fortunately, since I've been a bad auntie and haven't sent them a letter in the last year, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, if you go out China Hat Road like 60 more miles, there's actually a hill called China Hat. That's how this place got the name, China Hat Road.
Yeah.
So, like 5 years ago when I first got out of the Army, I didn't have a map. So I just figured I knew there were caves on China Hat Road. I didn't know they had hid all the names of the signs. There's no like sign taking you to Skeleton Cave or anything.
Yeah.
So I just kept going out China Hat Road, like halfway to Idaho probably till I gave up. I got screwed. I didn't find any caves that day.
No.
Oh well.
Tell me you want me to take my backpack?
I got it.
Okay.
Sure?
Yep.
Okay.
Guess we can go left here.
Easier on the
Kind of a sharp rock on top here. Huh.
Now here's a rock that's recently been broken. It's got.
looks like cement.
What are we
Disneyland. Did you not realize?
Oh yeah, nice. Shiny in there a little bit.
Yeah, you see all sorts of little minerals.
Yeah.
Boy, if we had one more day, I'd say let's go back to the other lava tube because now that we have the headlights, it makes it so much easier.
Huh.
We did it. We rented the $5 Poland lamp.
Oh.
Then we had a little tiny flashlight.
Yeah, that's why I got these bright flashlights. This flashlight here is over 1,000 lumens. It's got a white LED. Because I wanted it facing forward where I can see and where the camera can see.
Yeah.
I mean, lantern, you're lighting up behind you. What's the point in that? I don't even know what's behind me. There's no bears coming up behind me. So
Well, as I say, lanterns need to have a little shield on them.
oh, yeah. Well, there they have the actual kerosene lanterns, right?
Right.
Well, it's propane.
Well, whatever. But the point is, it's burning hot.
Yes.
In fact, I asked them about why they blocked off the end of that one cave, and that's what kind of injuries they had, and that's what they said. People were burning themselves with the lanterns.
Yeah.
They actually have like LED lanterns now.
Oh.
So I don't know. I might get one of those, but for now, I think I'll just stick with traditional flashlights.
Yeah.
We have them at home, but we
Yeah. Yeah, this is
There, looks like that could be a lava plug.
maybe. It just disappears pretty fast there. Yeah, so who knows? Maybe on the other side of that wall there's like a huge lava tube nobody's explored.
Yeah.
Could easily be. Is this where you saw the other story?
Broken glass.